Alright, Hot Toys fans, collectors, this is Optical 20 once again for another review of Hot Toys. This time it's for MMS 249 Bank Robber Joker version 2. But before I begin, I just want to give a shout out to Sideshow Cheeky from Sideshow Collectibles for sending me this figure basically. If you haven't done so yet, if you have a Twitter, just log in and add her, just follow her. I'll put the link on the comments below. You can win so much prizes and all that stuff, so go ahead and check her out. She almost has a contest almost every day, and yep, you're gonna win a lot of things there. And now, as I've said earlier, we're gonna start off with a box. This is a supposedly Sideshow exclusive. At the beginning they were, but now I've seen them in some retailers like Big Bad Toy Store and all that stuff. But if I were you, I'd buy it from Sideshow. Their return policy is amazing. I've tried them several times. I would never buy it from anywhere else, honestly. As you know, all these Hot Toys figures have some defects every once in a while, especially if you buy like an Iron Man or something like that. It's nice to know that if your retailer is pretty good with you, then they can exchange it right away. And just moving on with the box, like I said, pretty cool box. You can see the Joker's image embedded inside the Bozo mask. That's, I don't know what that scene was, but on this one, as you can see on the red part right there, that's the bank robber scene, I'm assuming. And at the bottom, that's the opening scene of the Dark Knight movie, where he was standing and holding his mask. So that's pretty cool touch. Some I don't know what's in the nose, but yeah, you can see some vignettes. I would say this is a lot cooler than the first box, for those who has the bank robber Joker. Now, as far as the back, nothing too special. It says the Joker and ha ha ha, all over the box. Also on the front, you didn't see it, but there's some it's kind of like, it's texture. There's also like the laughing ha 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 all over the box. So pretty cool touch. I like the box actually. Pretty standard of Hot Toys. And this is how it looks like when you take out the cover. As you can see, it's hollow, so the eyes basically just lines up with the Joker inside. And ironically, which is pretty cool, because the Joker that they use, I'm assuming that's the image where he's on the jail. It kind of looks like it. And inside says a movie masterpiece series. You see all the people who made it happen. Oh, it's a pretty cool box, and that's the inlay. I would actually display the box too behind the Joker. Well, not really, because he does come with the diorama base, but it's pretty cool nonetheless. And that's the instructions. I would highly suggest you do read it. It tells you don't try to take off the mask, but you can't. And these are instructions on how to assemble those grenades. Tiny little pieces, so you want to be careful about that, not dropping it or not scratching all those things. So these are expensive figures. And this, by the way, this figure comes with a lot of accessories, not just hands. It's not those typical Hot Toys nowadays, which just kind of bare. As you can see some I'm not sure if this is open palm hands. Yeah. Well, if you had a Joker before, you've probably seen most of his accessories, or anything that comes with it. I do have the DX11, and most of his accessories, especially the guns, you're gonna be really familiar with. So nothing really special, but for anyone who who's kind of late in the game, this is you might want to pay attention, because he comes with a lot of accessories. I would say that's a good thing, because like I said, if you're starting to collect now, the DX11 prices are kind of ridiculous now. So this is a good chance if you just want to create your like a second Joker or so. At least you have some tools in here. The only thing you're gonna miss is, obviously, as far as the diorama is, the table, the chair, the pencils and all that stuff. Because as far as the outfit of the DX11, you can always buy that on eBay. If you wanted to, you just check out the two videos, or just I think it's 2 videos before this video. So I just showed there, like the custom Joker outfit, and you get stack of cash. See the pretty good details on the cash itself. It's a big stack. There you go. And as usual, for any Joker release, you get a bunch of cards. I'm not even gonna open these 2 things. I got tons of this. I got MMS 68, DX11. I think the only Joker that I didn't really own is the DX01, which might be a good thing, because the DX11, in my opinion, is a lot better. But only thing that I'm missing from the DX01 is the cop version, which I saw on eBay that you can kind of bash it nowadays. It's for I think it's $60 or $80, and it comes with a head sculpt too. So that's not a bad deal. I'm not in a hurry too much to get that. I got a bunch of Jokers already in my collection. So, and here you go, the knife, the folding knife, or the retractable knife, so to speak. It looks the same to me as I had on the MMS 68 and my DX11. So nothing really new to me here, but for first time seeing this is pretty cool. And we'll put it aside there. And handgun with an extended mag. Pretty cool details on this one. It's the same exact one as the DX11 one. There you go. The magazine is kind of tough to take out, so I was having a bit of trouble here. I'm trying to balance the camera, and so I just went off screen there for a second. I don't want to break anything, so but it's a standard gun, as you can see, the clip is just extra long, so it kind of shoves in a little bit tighter. There you go, those bullets. Like I said, you might not use all the guns just like what I do with the X11, but it's a good, I would say accessories, good amount. Especially this gun, because this is the gun that he used in the robbery scene. So I'd say this is kind of vital. Actually, the DX11 doesn't need this gun, because as you can see, you can cock it back. It's not spring loaded. I think it's spring loaded. No, it's not spring loaded or anything. Yeah. It's kind of tight. Alright, so we'll put it aside too. And later on, I'm going to tackle some issues with this figure too, because if you go to the forum, especially in sideshow collectors, sideshow freaks, this release is getting a lot of heat ever since it was announced. Not mainly because of the figure, because the figure is fantastic. It's the price. There's conflicting, like debate whether the price is just okay or is it too much. It's a version 2, it's a re-release. I'll give my 2 cents. Obviously there's not a correct or wrong answer to this one. It all depends on the collector itself. But yeah, I'll give my 2 cents later on too. And this is the shotgun, the bank manager that he used it. So Joker never really used the shotgun, but it's a nice touch that they included that. And the watch. Finally, he got a watch. On the first version, he actually never came with a watch. Now it does. It's a wrong watch, but if you see the film, he has this kind of I don't know how you call it, but like a digital watch or something like that, with like a calculator or so. I just saw the screenshots, and but hey, we got a watch. That's why it's $270. And duffel bag. Now, mind you, I never had the version 1. I wasn't collecting back then when they released that version, so I don't really have any reference whether it's better or not. But I'm assuming it would be. I mean, it's like 4 years since they released that one, so. And a lot of people too, the ones that has the version 1, say it's they admit that it's better. Is it $270 better? That's the question. And duffel bag has some. What I didn't saw here was that the weathering on the bag. Actually, when you you can open it up. It's fully functional. All the zippers, and I was gonna show you all the grenades and everything here, but I don't really want to mess with it anymore. It's firmly intact, and that housing. I think this is one of the biggest difference too between this version and the first version is that. At least from what I've read, this is is a lot better. The duffel bag. I don't know whether it's the housing or not, because I never really saw the videos or unboxing of the version 1. Although it did came to my mind a couple of times to pick it up before this version 2 was announced, but never really did because of the high prices at that time. There you go. So there's a lot of details in this grenades too. See that? There's some weathering. Pretty cool, you know. It does come with a lot of accessories, comparable to now to the new releases of Hot Toys, where you get the Wolverine Days of Future Past, and comes with claws and nothing else, which is pretty much the same price as this. Not really. It's 20. This one is what, $20 more before shipping, but now on Sideshow Collectibles, this is free shipping. And at one point, I believe this is double rewards. I actually contemplated on picking it up once it was on double rewards, but I'm glad I didn't, because Sideshow Chicky came to the rescue. But here you go, Dark Knight Bank Robber Joker, and that's a fancy base too. This is the difference between the first one and this one. I believe this is the bank tile, and look at that, another head sculpt. So yeah, the base is a rehash of the new Goblin base. They're pretty much the same, just different tile. Look at that head sculpt right there. That's beautiful. And also, I would also address the debate whether this head sculpt is better than the DX11, at least in my opinion. You know, you can make the argument which one is better. I got both, so I'll just give my 2 cents later. And this is, you know, and the backdrop, which I could do without, but it's there, so might as well use it. It's the, if you remember from the scene, they used a school bus to round the bank. It's not clear. I guess it's supposed to be blurry, pixelated. I don't know. You know, it's the bank robber stand. You know, I'm just trying to give you guys a different look. I don't want to use my camera here, so I'm using a different camera so I can a more wider range. And the stand itself, the backdrop is pretty cool because it's short enough, and also the base because it's low. Unlike the Mime Joker, which it wouldn't fit on a DTOF. It would if you take out the bottom part, but it looks kind of funny because his stair step is so high. This one fits perfectly, so you don't have to do any modifications or whatnot. So you just shove it in the DTOF. But I wouldn't say problem is, but he occupies so much space that once you shove it in there, you know, you pretty much can't put anything else. Maybe you can put one more figure if you have another Joker, but I did put Batman and Robin, and just it looks cramped and everything. So it all depends too on how you want to display your figures. But like I said, as far as display wise, I like it. And as you can see, it comes with a lot of accessories. You can even compare this to the DX11. Although that's a DX figure, it's a lot cheaper that time. I would say it's the $275. This one is at retail $260, well, $270. It both comes with a backdrop, fancy stand. Although DX11, it lights up. I guess the biggest difference is the table and the chair and the purse. But looking back at it now, this one is almost a DX. Maybe if they put a purse on the other head sculpt, I would say if they did put a purse on the head sculpt, I guess the price tag would be a little bit easier to swallow, so to speak, because you know now it kind of like DX-ish, and maybe more collectors would have bought this one. Because like I said, look at the tailoring. And this is one of the biggest, I guess, difference as well from version 1. On version 1, he comes with like this baggy clothes. This one is nice form fitting. I would say it's even better than I thought. The Bruce Wayne has nice tailoring on him, even the Wolverine. But this one, you know, kind of beats both of them, honestly. But for a guy that comes in a like a jacket and a suit, you know, that should come in pretty naturally. You know, and look at his shoes. A lot of details on it. I always put them on my rotating stand. There you go. Pretty cool detail. Everything fits perfectly. You know, just get some wrinkles here and there because it's so tight. One more thing that I hate is this buttons right here. You gotta be careful because they pop off so easily. Mine actually popped off like a couple of them on the other side when I was trying to put his watch. I glued them back on, so there's not a big deal. So, but yeah, just a word of warning. And on the back, this is another, I guess, nice addition is to make it more, I guess, movie accurate. I don't know, smoke grenade or whatever it's called. It's strapped in his back with the purple cloth thingy here to hold them together, and then you can see that thing which holds the grenade. It's like a rubbery. It's pretty hard actually. It's not hard, but it holds it in place. And as you can see, there's a clip that you just clip it on his back. It's a pretty cool touch. There. If you're gonna redo a figure, if you're gonna do a version 2, well, the Joker has been so many versions already, so you gotta make it right. From MMS 68, there's always an improvement. 68 doesn't even look like Joker. Then you go back to DX01, kinda looks like him, and DX11, I guess is the best of the bunch, so far as Purple Joker goes. And this is the bank robber Bozo head sculpt. Another difference, I guess, is this one is sculpted now, unlike the version 1, which it's removable. Some people like the removable one. I actually prefer the sculpted one because he doesn't look like a bobblehead. Because you can always buy the separate, mask. It's on eBay for $13. It's not that bad, so just pick it up. I'd rather have this because I'm gonna display him in this mask anyway, not holding a mask. You only did that on the opening scene if you want to be movie accurate. If you don't want to be, then just like I said, just pick up one on eBay, and it should. I think I bought mine for like $10.99 or something like that, so it's really not that bad. It's pretty cool, You see a lot of on some of the earlier pictures on the website or on the forums. It doesn't. I guess on the camera it didn't capture all the battle damage, so to speak, the wear and tear, the weathering, but in hand you can clearly see it. As you can see in the back, it looks like it has a strap, but it doesn't really. It's just painted. So like on the manual, don't try to remove it. As you can see here, I don't know if you're watching this on HD, but there's a good amount of weathering in here. There's also the eyeball socket. As you can see, it's kind of deep, so I like that. I like that effect. The Bozo mask, an honor to the 66 Batman series. I love this. I love this head sculpt right here. This is what I'm gonna display my bank robber on. And this is the other alternate head sculpt that comes with. I think it's beautiful. At first I was kind of, people were debating whether this is better than DX11. There's some people defending it. Some people are knocking it off because the eyes is, as you can see, the eyes is looking on the side. I guess that's. And also, people are debating whether this is the same sculpt as the first one. I see, look at that hair piece right there. I don't like that. See that piece? Maybe it is. I don't have the first one, but looking from the pictures, it looks like it's the same sculpt but different paint apps. But the paint apps are amazing. That one, I would say the shape of the face is a lot better than the X11. I don't like the eye looking sideways. Maybe it doesn't look good looking straight up. I don't know. But it kind of limits the pose that you can get. But nonetheless, don't get me wrong. I'm knocking it off. But I guess I'm going to take out a few points because of the eyes looking in a different way. But the paint apps is just amazing. It's gorgeous. The shape of the face is a lot better than DX11, I would say, but the DX11 has the purse, which to me is a big factor because you can drastically change the scene or the look of the figure because of that. I don't know, I'm just a big fan of purse. But overall, you can't go wrong with this head sculpt. I would say if the DX11 didn't come with a purse, this would easily top that for me. I mean, at least for me. For some people, they might have already topped DX11 because of this head sculpt, which I don't blame them if they do so. It's just beautiful. I actually contemplated on putting this on my DX11, which I don't have to because I have a spare body for my Joker, which, you know, if you're I'm gonna display my bank robber Joker with the Bozo mask on, but this sculpt is just too good to be left in the box. Just too good. So I'm gonna use this at one point or another. Look at that. It's definitely, the paint apps is more menacing. It's more serious looking than the DX11. And as I was saying earlier, from the cost, this guy comes with so much accessories. And oh, here you go. This is the comparison one. The DX11. Yep. The DX11 comes with a square face, I would say. So I don't know. I would say overall, like I said, I'll put it this way. I still love my DX11, man. I guess this is the last figure I would sell if I have to sell all my figures. This is the side-by-side. And it's so easy to bash a new Joker. Like I said, you just buy a new body, a knockoff body on this one. If you want to just the entire outfit, it's almost similar. The purple is a bit different. I guess it's better form fitting for the DX11 because I put the bank robber Joker head sculpt on the knockoff. But as I've said, if you miss out on a DX11, if this is your first Joker, you already have two Jokers. You know, you got the bank robber, and then you have the classic purple coat Joker if you wish to do so. You have an extra head sculpt. I would say make the use of it. I would say this is the biggest advantage of the X11 is, I keep on repeating myself, but the versatility of it. The jaw is a bit rounder. I mean, it's more squarish than I would want it to be. But the eyes, this one kind of, I don't know. I guess it's the paint apps that makes it different. I'm pretty sure it's the paint apps because the version 1 doesn't look this good. I guess the I don't know, the forehead is a bit longer. You know, I'm just putting it up. The eyes, this is what I'm talking about. The eyes is kind of limited on what kind of pose you can put him on. So right now it looks like he's looking at someone on his side. Unlike the DX11, you can tilt the head down, you can put the eyes up. I'm gonna put them side by side here, and then I'm gonna focus one and just alternate. I'm just playing alternate here, so the other one looks kind of blurry. That's because I'm changing the focus ring on each one. So this is, yeah, here you go. So you decide. You know, in my opinion, I mean, judging from this side by side, obviously I think bank robber kind of wins this one, but I didn't really fix DX11 all that much with the hair. I think the hair is better too, the bank robber. So yeah, that's that. So I'll leave it up to you guys. And this one, I was just trying to do some poses. That's the mask that I'm talking about. It's I got that on eBay. Kind of like holding a mask. This didn't really happen in the movies. I'm just trying to, you know, guess recreate some scenes here. As far as the value, I don't know, you're getting a lot. I mean, it is expensive, don't get me wrong. It's $270 before shipping. I mean, if you buy it on Sideshow, like I said, you get points. I don't know, I think it's like $15. So that's around, you know, you kind of knock off the price to $250. It's free shipping. If you get double rewards, then it comes out. And then sometimes there's coupon every once in a while. Here's my deal with this figure. I'm a big, you know, Batman collector. That's mostly my collection. It's mostly Nolan Batman. So before version 2 came out, I'm already contemplating on picking up version 1. And I was willing to pay up to $300 for version 1. Mind you, it's version 1 at that time. Now this one came out. I guess something clicked that all of a sudden this is expensive for $270. But all along I wanted to pick up the version 1 for almost $300. I guess it's the mentality of the collector. Well, wait a second, this is the same figure. Why are you charging so much? But on the third party on eBay or so, I'm willing to pay that much. So I guess for me, it could have been, if this was $220, it would have been perfect. That's in a perfect world. It's 220. I would have bought it instantly. But I waited this long because I was trying to save up for it. There's a lot of figures lined up, and Spectacular came out. I was saving for it. I wasn't in a rush, but I got it eventually. So I would say if you have a version 1, I would understand why you wouldn't pick this up. Now, if you don't have any Joker at all, I would say for 270, you could take your chances and wait, and maybe this wouldn't sell out. But if it does, then you're looking at aftermarket prices again. I don't see this going down once it does sell out. Don't get me wrong. Right now, you can probably pick it up for 220 or so used. And I'm just showing another post here. He's holding the smoke grenade. And I mentioned earlier, this figure is so versatile that you can pose it in different ways. There's really no restriction to it. The articulation is all there. It's not a suited figure or anything like an Iron Man or so. So you pretty much do whatever you want. And here you go. So came to the conclusion of the review. So it's up to you to decide whether you want to get this or not. Like I said, I know there's a lot of a debate whether this is so expensive, which it is for 270 for a figure that's been released before. I would say so, but we say the same thing for DX11. Look how much it's going on for now on eBay or so. I'm not saying it's gonna come the same way as this one, but who knows? Maybe in time. As it's Sideshow exclusive. And what I'm trying to say is when the version 1 came out, and I haven't not came out, but when I found out about version 1, I wanted to pay around, my limit was around 300 for it. So if you're a big Nolan fan, I would say you're gonna pick this up regardless. If you already have Jokers, then it's just an add-on. It's not the definitive Joker. It's not the purple coat Joker. So it's up to you whether you want to add this to your collection or not. If not, you wouldn't really miss that much. But if you're a first-time collector, you don't have any Jokers yet, I would say this is your best bet. For 270, you can create 2 sets of Joker, and this is the closest thing that you would get to a retail Joker, so to speak. So alrighty, thank you for watching. Till next time.